Hello and a very warm welcome back here to Eurovision 365. I am Podrick, I am your host, and you are as always very welcome indeed. As the United Kingdom prepares to return to the Eurovision stage once again, hot off the heels of a successful hosting in Liverpool, speculation is mounting as to who might succeed Mae Muller next year in Malmö. Upon confirming participation, the BBC appeared to reveal that the act had been selected over the summer. The statement from the BBC's media centre said, in addition, the BBC also confirms that the search for the 2024 act and song for the United Kingdom has taken place over the summer, led by Lee Smithhurst, executive producer, BBC Studios, alongside Will Wilkin, commissioning executive, BBC Music. Lee Smithhurst was the head of show at Eurovision 2023 and is himself a fan of Eurovision, dropping plenty of Easter eggs into the script in Liverpool for us to enjoy. The BBC, with the as yet unnamed act, is giving themselves plenty of time to prepare for the competition next year in Malmö. The BBC typically doesn't announce the act until a couple of months before the competition is due to begin. Last year, Israel was the first to announce Unselect Noah Kirel, and that obviously paid off with Noah landing a very impressive third place finish in 2023. Leaving aside what we do know, I wanted to move into the realm of what we don't know but can speculate on. The first name that is being mentioned a lot is Talia Mah. Rina is a popular British singer who Nick Levine reported on the Eurotrip podcast was approached last year about participating in the competition. Rina took some time to make her decision, but by the time she went back to confirm her wish to participate in Eurovision 2023, the BBC had already moved on with Mae Muller. I think Rina would be a great selection for the competition. I have done a deep dive into her back catalogue, and her music is both artistic, well performed, and most crucially, toe-tapping and memorable. Rina herself has co-directed some of her music videos, so she is clearly in the driving seat when it comes to taking creative control of her artistic journey. This would serve her well at Eurovision, where her creative voice could join with the rest of the creative team at the BBC to create something extra special. Since Eurovision, Rina's star has risen considerably, co-starring with Keanu Reeves in the big-budget action movie John Wick 4. Hollywood may beckon Rina into more high-profile film roles, which may prove to be an even more lucrative appointment than Eurovision. Time will tell whether Rina is the one whom the BBC has chosen. Another name that is synonymous with Eurovision is Sophie Ellis Baxter. When asked about this by Naga Munchetti, Sophie said, I adore Eurovision, but I feel like at this point and with what I'm up to, it would be like walking up to a casino and putting all my chips on red. I just don't feel like I'm up for the gamble, but I will be willing from the wings whoever is doing their thing for the UK. This was back in June, right after Eurovision 2023, so could Sophie have changed her mind over the summer? Sophie is a very well-established artist who has had a string of hits and recently took part in the UK version of The Masked Singer. The UK, as we know, have tried going down the established acts route before in the early 2010s, with Engelbert Humperdinck and Bonnie Tyler failing to make waves at their respective contests. I think that most fans agree that the artist needs to be someone who is still up and coming with a dedicated fan base with the ability to appeal to a wider audience. Songwriter and Mae Muller are more of this ilk than someone like Sophie, who has already enjoyed number ones with Group Jet back in the year 2000. Another name that was mentioned on the Eurovision 365 Facebook group was Paloma Faith. Paloma, like Sophie, has already enjoyed double platinum album sales and UK number ones with her 2017 album The Architect. Faith's single Only Love Can Hurt Like This has also topped the charts in Australia, so it's fair to say that she has a global reach. As with Sophie above, Paloma is an incredibly successful artist who has also enjoyed a number of acting roles in high-profile Hollywood movies. I think Paloma doing Eurovision would be great, but at this stage is more of an outside chance. ASE RAF has earmarked Rita Ora on their personal wish list, And while Rita took to the stage as this year's interval act in semi-final 1, I think the chances of this judge of The Voice UK taking to the stage to represent that nation is highly unlikely. Although, it being a wish list, we can of course always dream. Another up-and-coming artist that ESC Raf mentioned is Talia Mah. Talia Mah is an up-and-coming artist with over 1 million subscribers on both YouTube and Instagram, so clearly has a well-established social media pedigree. Talia is full of attitude, and arguably her most high-profile single is Stay the Night with Sigala. Other tracks like Forget About Your Ex show that Talia has the ability to produce toe-tapping R&B sound. Talia is currently signed to RCA, a division of Sony, and they may not want one of their artists being associated with the Eurovision brand, so the chances of Talia on the call, I would say at this stage, are 50-50. Another name mentioned on the Eurovision 365 page was Annie Lennox. While Annie Lennox was played this year at the opening flag parade, I think it is highly unlikely that this music megastar would take to the stage on behalf of the UK. The final name that always seems to come up when Eurovision is mentioned is Steps. I think that Steps could be made for Eurovision, as they of course are an entertaining 5-piece with a wealth of performing experience, and it could be naturally assumed that they would do well at the contest. I think, however, that this is more akin to the Blue era of the earlier 2010s, and I believe the UK would be better off steering clear of any artists that have already enjoyed a stratospheric level of success on a global scale. It is important that we all learn the lesson that sending globally successful acts like Blue or even Nicky Byrne from Westlife, who represented Ireland, doesn't always translate over to the Eurovision competition. With the Junior Eurovision coming next week and Stand Unique set to take to the stage in Nice, it will be interesting to see if these results lead the BBC to configure their approach to the adult Eurovision. A good result, or dare I say it, a win in Nice, could force the BBC to reveal their adult Eurovision hand off the back of some very positive publicity. Could we see the UK representative unveiled before Christmas? There is still little to be talking about at this point in the season, so an artist reveal in a quiet period off the back of a good result at Junior Eurovision could be the perfect way to kickstart a winning campaign. But that is all I have time for in this video. Who do you think will take the stage next year in Malmö for the United Kingdom? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I look forward as always to reading those. But thanks for watching this video, and hope to see you in the next one. But until then, you take care and see you soon.